Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So Man United are back in action this weekend. The international break is over. Obviously, United's last couple of games in the Premier League were called off as well. So it's been a while since we've been in action in the Premier League, and we return with possibly the most difficult game you could possibly get. A trip to the Etihad to take on Manchester City, although it's a place where Manchester United in recent history have a pretty good record of, crucial win there under Jose Mourinho. Remember Paul Pogba and all that. And then, of course, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we had an incredible record there at the Etihad. Hopefully we can continue that this weekend, but we will be without three key players. Well, I say three. One of them was probably going to be on the bench anyway, without two key players in this game. And that's a problem for Erik ten Hag. Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford are quoted as very doubtful for this game. Anthony Martial has been out for a while. He's only played against Liverpool this season. Fantastic cameo, 45 minutes of him, but it's where he picked up this current injury that he's got, and he's been out for a while, but they've not been in training this week. Marcus Rashford too, he was expected to be back, although he missed the international call-up because of his injury that he picked up in the last Manchester United game. We're now looking at Marcus Rashford as well, being out of this match. That's a problem for Manchester United. Two players that have done fantastically well at the Etihad and are key to the way Erik ten Hag wants Manchester United to play. So who will we play in our 11 in this game? Who knows? I'll give you my 11 very, very soon though. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, all that jazz. Get subscribed for sure though, because we want to hit 150,000 subscribers ASAP, and I can only do that with your help. Nevertheless, let's get stuck into the news. And as I said, it came from Paul Hurst, who reported that Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford are very doubtful for the Manchester derby. Neither of them have trained this week. Now, when I saw the training pictures coming out on Twitter from Manchester United this week, I was thinking in my head, I hope Martial and Rashford are there, but they've just not pictured them. Because when you saw these videos and things like that, and obviously it's an international break, so there's players that are away, you only saw a group of select players. And in my head, I'm sitting there thinking, I hope, Rashford and Martial are just training to the side, or they've only included pictures without them, so as to kind of catch Manchester City off guard. But it looks like they are going to be out of this game. Now, Anthony Martial has been out for a long while, but the fact that he's only doubtful for this game, or very doubtful as the article says, means that he's probably closer than expected, or than we initially fear when we hear he's very doubtful for this game. And Marcus Rashford hopefully will be back very soon. We have got so many fixtures this month coming up in October, but also between now and when the World Cup kicks off. And we're going to need both of these players fit. Hopefully in Anthony Martial's case, we've seen with Rafael Varane the benefits that Rafael Varane has had in terms of being rebuilt slowly and built back up into the game slowly. And maybe we can see that in Anthony Martial as well. Erik ten Hag will know we've got plenty of games coming up. There's no point rushing these players back. We've heard Anthony Martial has had, criticised previous management for playing him through injury and then not really standing up for him. And we've seen Marcus Rashford play through injury before in the past, and it's not been ideal for him either. So we can't be playing them through injury. We need to wrap them in cotton wool, and we need to make sure that they're fit for the remainder of the season, and that between now and that World Cup. And I'm sure the players will want to be fit for the World Cup too, and hopefully boost their selection for that. But I wouldn't rush these players back, as important as it is to have them available. I think Anthony Martial, in terms of someone that when we do counter-attack, hold the ball up, bring others into play. We've seen it at the Etihad plenty of times for him. Marcus Rashford, on the counter-attack, he's obviously scored at the Etihad before, but he's also had some very good performances there as well. We've seen Martial score with penalties. Sancho scored there last season, although the end result wasn't actually great. We've seen that these players can do it at the Etihad, particularly Martial and Rashford. So to have them available would be great. And it's, if we don't play with them, we've then got the likes of Elanga, Ronaldo possibly coming in, or although it'd probably be Sancho, Anthony, and one of Elanga or Ronaldo. Is it going to be Ronaldo? Will Ronaldo offer enough? Maybe if we're playing on the counter-attack, it's a little bit easier for him. He hasn't had much of a great time out on international duty, although he scored in his last game for United. So we have to consider and weigh up, does Cristiano Ronaldo start? Then you've got If Rashford and Martial are out and Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't start, what does that say about what Erik ten Hag considers Cristiano Ronaldo's position to be if we see Elanga, Antony and Sancho all starting ahead of him? So United have got some selection issues. I'll give you my predicted lineup now. I'm going to go with obviously David De Gea in goal. I also forgot to mention previously, Harry Maguire's possibly going to be out of this game as well. Picked up an injury playing for England. He probably wouldn't have started in this game anyway. And if he is available, he'll probably be on the bench. So that one doesn't kind of affect our first 11 too much unless we pick up an injury to Martinez or Varane. Touch wood, that doesn't happen. Martinez and Varane at the heart of our defence again. Then you're going to go with Malacia and Dalot. You have to continue with those guys. Luke Shaw obviously scoring for England, coming back into the fray. But I would stick with Terrell, Malacia. Then in midfield, you've now got to pick where are you going to keep playing with Bruno and Eriksen in this game? Are you going to play McTominay or Casemiro or both? Those are the issues that I think Ten Hag has. I don't think Fred will start. He's not really been, one of the key players for Erik ten Hag so far. Although I think he has the potential to be. So you're looking at McTominay or Casemiro or both. And I think that will then have a knock-on effect on whether Bruno or Eriksen starts. Bruno has been wearing the captain's armband, so maybe he will start. But Eriksen's been vitally important to what Manchester United have been doing. So it's an interesting way up there. I personally would go with, the known quality of Casemiro. Although McTominay has been excellent, if I was going to pick one of the two, I'd go with Casemiro. And I think Eriksen's form at the moment just means you kind of can't take him out. And this is a big tactical decision. Maybe Casemiro and McTominay would be better, defensively. But I do think the manager will go with one of those because then you've got Eriksen and Bruno. Who you're going to drop there. Unless without Rashford, without Martial, you play Bruno as a false 9. That's a possibility. Actually, the more I think of it, the more I think that will happen. So I'm going to go Casemiro, McTominay, Eriksen, Bruno, and then I'm going to go Elanga and Antony. So I'm going to go with, if there's no Rashford, there's no Martial, there's going to be no Ronaldo either, which will be a shock to many. So that's my predicted 11. And ahed a little bit there, had to kind of think it through. Let us know what you lot think in the comments below. What do you want the 11 to be against Manchester City? Let us know in the comments below. What's your score prediction as well? I'll do a proper preview for the game over on Friday, but I just thought let's predict the 11 now that we kind of know no Martial, no Rashford, no Maguire. Who do you want to start? Anyway, I'll see you soon.